Set up. Boom. That's good to go. I don't even know if it matters if I post to Discord. Oh my gosh, excuse me.
I can post it if you want.
Yeah, it's up to you then, if you'd like to do it.
Oh.
Oh. I'm gonna get another cookie in while I'm waiting for this timer. Yeah, so it's Karen's birthday today, and they're coming at 1 o'clock, so 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. So 4 hours. Having like a ham dinner and all that stuff.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think in the UK, the Friday of it, it's like tradition to have fish and chips.
Well, that's cool. Did they come through yet?
The Twitch one has, and as has.
No, I'm talking about the Facebook messages I sent.
Oh, right, no. I haven't checked it. I'm checking it.
Universe, verse. Yeah, last night a bunch of people were over. We were playing Jackbox games until midnight, and,
Oh, nice.
which is like 3 hours past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Thank you for posting that.
That's one good. Oh, that's cool.
Yep,
So which room is this?
that's my basement. That's half of my basement. I should say half of it. It's partitioned into two, and so one's used for kind of storage and tons of garbage right now. When I say garbage, I mean stuff I gotta throw out, junk all messy.
Yeah. Really cool.
So, like now I just want to do all the stuff. I gotta get some black lights and some neon stuff, and
It's like being in an actual arcade. It's like very immersive. You played Arcade Paradise and thought, yeah, I want that in real life.
what I've even before Arcade Paradise came out, I was already getting this stuff ready.
Yeah.
So I just gotta get another light to run across one part of the room, and I've got to put up a bunch of pictures and stuff like that.
So you said this is the basement.
Half of it, yep.
Yeah. So is the other half? Is that where the sump pump is now?
Nope. Okay, so I guess you come down the stairs, and then there's like a full area to walk through. That's a laundry room, and right beside the washer and dryer, there's a sump pump area, and then you walk into like a door on one side or the other, and that's where you're getting to the two partition basement. I'll give you a little tour. I'll do like a video and send it.
Yeah. That's really cool.
And so the video I sent only had 2 pictures up. I've got like 4 or 5 more now, but it was just getting too late. I didn't want to ignore the company. And so I got to come up with other ideas, but I want to get like, I'm going to get a logo done or do it myself, the Pharaoh's Arcade.
Yeah.
I'm going to get like coasters and glasses that you can drink out of Pharaoh's Arcade style as well.
So, so how is this, like, how's this gonna work when you, like, decide to move? Like, because, isn't it the case that you're not gonna stay there for, like, forever?
Right, so I hope to move next year. Hope to, but this is kind of like just entertain me until, or entertain everybody until, and then this will be kind of a selling point, right? It'd be classified as another livable area. We did all the flooring in probably like 8 hours.
Okay.
Super easy to do. I was really impressed because I don't know how to do anything manly for that's air quotes manly.
Yeah.
And no. So my buddy Donnie came over and we did some for a few hours. And then like Isaiah wants to learn it and all that stuff. So there was we were only missing 2 items. And so everything was closed, of course, on Good Friday. And so yesterday, I went to Home Depot right away at like 8 o'clock in the morning. Got the 2 items we needed. So I started doing it myself. I was like, yeah, this is super easy. But the flooring's been sitting down there for like a year.
Right. Awesome. I bet like it's I bet it's like really satisfying to have that done.
Lee, it's incredible. So we painted, excuse me, we painted first, Isaiah and I. So I'll send that, and then I'll send this. I'll send that, and then this. And there's a picture I sent Steph, because I was doing it myself. So I'm about to send you 5 pics here. And then I need to get another one of these lights that I just sent you as well.
Right.
It's a 16.4 feet rope light of sorts.
Okay.
Oh, and we put a new heater down there. The wood stove is in that area as well. And then I posted it to TikTok, of course. But man, oh man, it's like a childhood dream thing, right? And I still got to build one more arcade. The Street Fighter one, not sitting downstairs. Shirley Ingersoll. I have no clue who that is. But I'm friends with them on Facebook. Isn't that funny? I have no clue who this person is. I'm wishing them a happy birthday, and they're friends on Facebook. Who are you?
It's a surprise for you because you normally remember everyone.
Yeah. Like once I see their picture, I'm just... No, I don't know who this person is. I have no clue who this person is on Facebook. That's funny. And I just wish them a happy birthday, and we're friends. Well, they're friends with Cam and Becky. All right. So, we're acquaintances, maybe? What do we got? 1:04. Let's eat this last bit of cookie. This still really bugs me. The little white, you can see the background.
All right. And then on my side, it's more about like the stuff in the corner.
Yeah.
For me, so.
The only thing that would bug me about that is not even on the left-hand side. Like both sides aren't even.
Right. Okay. But if I do it on that side, it's worse.
Yeah. No, I get you. That's funny. Here we go. All right, you ready? Excuse me. Oh crap! Wrong scene. Oh my gosh. Hey! Welcome to episode 62 of the Gamers Pass podcast, where me and Lee get together and whoever else wants to join, the millions waiting in line to join and come chat video games, and today, video game movies. And we'll do some video game stuff. Excited. It's, we're gonna, excuse me. So here we go. So just as a heads up, I have nothing planned. It's been a busy weekend. It's Easter Sunday. I imagine we'll only have just a couple million people watching and not like many millions like we usually do because it's a holiday, Easter dinner.
Yeah.
People
I don't think we'll quite be reaching the billion mark.
Yeah. We may not reach the billion mark, and that's cool. That's fine. It's I get it. People have holiday stuff going on, and that's fine. But I do want to thank you, faithful millions that hang out every week to see Lee and I and whoever else wants to join. I keep throwing that out there about our podcast. So we're going to have a good time. It's been busy, so like I have nothing planned. And Lee does, and he's the reason why we're doing this today. And he had suggested a couple things. And so I was like, that's okay. That's all right, dude. I had planned on doing it anyways. But if you had said, Paul, I can't make it today, I'd be like, yes, I'm not going to do it. Because I went to bed after midnight last night. It was so busy. My body hurts because I've been doing manly construction work. And I'm just loving everything I'm doing right now. You should have seen all weekend, man. I was giddy like a schoolgirl, whatever. Marvelous weekend. And I honestly, I'm going to say I felt like Pete as a retired man, not working, having to go to work, whatever, because I had 3 days off. It was just wonderful. And I got so much more to do downstairs. Thank you, James. And Boating Pizza, good to see you. And so, yeah, we're going to wing this episode today. Both Lee and I saw the D&D movie. We saw the Mario movie. We're going to chat about that. And Lee has other things planned as well. And so, as I usually drive this ship, and I probably still will. Like, Lee will be taking the wheel and driving, but I'll probably still have one hand on there. Whoa, that's weird. I'll probably still have one hand on the wheel because I'm just an idiot like that and I can't let go. So, joining me today as usual, where are we at? Right here, Lee. So good to see you. Lee, how you doing? And what have you been playing this week?
I'm doing great. In terms of playing, I can't say that I've been playing much this week. It's been mainly sort of like chilling out, doing some Power Wash Simulator, that kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kind of like in the groove for that.
Okay, hold on. Let's stop there. Because I was addicted to that. I'm pretty sure James got addicted to that. Do you have the need to just continue cleaning everything? Oh, you do? Tell me about it. I love it.
It's I mean, like, it started like a while back and then I stopped, but now I'm just like getting back into it. And the one that I'm at is I've just finished the one where it's the statue hand.
Okay, yes.
So a couple of ones before that, it was the statue torso and head. So like where it had the gem coming from the head or something. And but yeah, the one that I've just finished is the statue hand, and the one that I'm on now is like a big boat.
Okay, yes. All right.
I'm almost done with that.
That's funny. All right, I just want to say, like, I want to know, like, let me know when you're done, because we got to talk about it. Because it only when it's done. I think there's DLC out now. I'm not sure. I think they do have DLC, and I haven't touched it. The only way I'll touch DLC is achievements, and it's not because I'm an achievement hunter. It's just
James.
No. With all honesty, and if you look at the chat, James says it right there. The final board sucks the life out of you.
Oh.
So bad that you don't ever want to play it again unless there's motivation. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. But I loved Power Wash Simulator. And I think everybody that actually plays it will love it as well. I think mentally, you got to have something extra chromosome about you to really enjoy it like I do. Just because it was just, you're just cleaning crap virtually, which sounds so stupid.
Yeah. It's like if you're gonna spend your time cleaning, it might as well be stuff
Yeah.
that's real.
Yeah, exactly. But like, yeah, Power Wash Simulator, Paul. You just want to spray crap down and make it look clean. Yes,
Just so satisfying.
it's satisfying. Like it's sparkling. It's clean. Like once you clean that very first house, or what is it, a garden, the backyard.
Yeah. I mean, the first one you do is your own van, and then it's the garden.
Yeah. So once you do that, it's just like, all right, you're thinking in your head, I can make millions of dollars in real life doing this because I'm the greatest Power Wash Simulator or person ever. What else you playing? What else you playing?
That's essentially it. Like
Okay.
for most of the week, but apart from like Gears on Thursday, we did it Thursday this time, but Gears is always a blast.
I'm gonna say I got done, and not interrupting as usual. I got done Gears Friday. We're done streaming. We're done playing, and I just walked out honestly satisfied that it's the greatest day for streaming for me. It was Thursday this week because Good Friday.
Yeah.
I adore Gears Friday, and we'll do air quotes for Friday because we did it on Thursday. It's just something wonderful. Like we're playing a game, but we're not. It's more of five buddies hanging out, chilling, and chatting. That's really what it is. And we talk about everything. We get cranky at certain times if it gets a little hard and a little difficult. But it's just something fun, and like I don't know. It's the friendship that is there amongst all of us is fantastic. And I know me, you, Pete, and James have been buddies for 5 years plus, going on 6. And Spuddy would be considered new to the group, but like that's the Fab Five right there.
Yeah.
So even with Isaiah, my child, my 22-year-old kid, he's like, maybe I'll join you at Gears Day, and I'm like, well, if there's room for you, because we already have our group, but like it's my kid, I should be instantly. Everything else, yes, Isaiah will get precedence, but Gears Day, there's just something different about Gears Day and Wonderful. So
yeah, and it's like it's the game. It's like it's not so easy that it's like it's boring.
Right.
There's just like there's an element of challenging that we can control for the most part.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, and the talks that we get into are excellent. And to be honest, after it's all done, I kind of feel like a bit down because it's like, oh, it's over. I'm gonna have to wait until it happens again.
Exactly. That's why, like when I had to switch from start streaming from 12:15, I think it was, in the afternoon to 3 o'clock. Like that's an extra 2+ hours taken off Gears Day, and so that sucks. Oh well. All right. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right.
How about you?
I'm just crossing my arms because I'm flipping cold. Yes, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. I get it. It's April 9th, and it was -8 this morning. I sent James a picture of how cold it was on Friday, I think it was. I said, this is spring in my part of the country. It was -12. -12. Kirby, so good to see your awesomeness here. And it's cold.
It would be in a national emergency if that.
It really?
Well, no, but
right. But I see what you're saying. Like it's normal. It's natural for it to be in this part of the country to be that cold. I just hate it, and I hate it more and more. I can understand why people are snowbirds from Canada and go stay in Florida for 6 months of the year. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, okay. So myself, I've been playing Pinball Effects. I can't get enough. I honestly cannot get enough. I want to partner with Pinball Effects. If somebody wants to clip this and send it to them, I want to partner with you. I'll pay for all the games, all the boards. I'm not looking for freebies. I just love this game so much that I have 56 levels now, or 56 pinball boards. They're bringing out, so check this out. I guess this is gaming news already. They're on the 13th in 4 more days. They're bringing out the the Godzilla pack, which is a King Kong board. There's a Kong versus Godzilla board. Then they're doing a Godzilla board altogether. They're bringing out some Necromancer one. They're bringing out a couple other boards, and I'm just super excited. I'm loving it. I got Isaiah addicted to this game. His favorite one is the Clone Wars from Star Wars.
Oh,
he was Oh, it's so cool. He was ranked second in the world in pinball effects with this.
Really?
He got 148 million. I'm like, what the heck? I can't even get like 20 million in this one. And so he bought the pinball pass just for a month anyways. And that's what I told him. Like, just do a month just in
They've
case.
got a pass.
They have a pass. They have a year pass as well. The year pass is like 180 bucks Canadian, which is outlandish. But you do get every single board other than Indiana Jones.
Right.
But I just purchased Indiana Jones the other day anyways, so I'm playing this like crazy, dude. They have events, so they have kind of like a free battle pass thing. And so you play events every single day. Didn't get to do it today because, well, sleeping. And so you get these points to go towards your pass or towards the battle pass, where it's like 496 points you need. And so each board is like 1 to 2 points, but you play each board multiple times. So they have like a group of 6 that you play every day for these events and stuff. So they do like a 1-ball challenge, or they do the mileage. So 200 miles or kilometers or whatever. And all of that stuff. So yeah, it is fantastic. I can't get enough of pinball effects. I want to say that I'm playing other things, but I'm really not.
You did a bit of Borderlands 3
I
earlier
did
this week.
Yeah, and I'll continue to do Borderlands 3 this week coming, and just because it's really fun, and a group of us are playing, and everybody's welcome to join. Right now, it's just Isaiah and I that are guaranteed pretty much every day, and Curvy joins when she can, and then we had who was that young feller? Luke, I think his name was. He only comes around once in a while, and he wasn't even going to show up to stream, but he saw us playing Borderlands 3 and he was searching a video for it. So when he searched for his video, YouTube was like, hey, Paul's streaming, won't you join him? And he's like, hey, can I play with you? Like, absolutely, come play. That's who I am. You play with me. No, if I got room for you, I'm going to play with you. I don't care who you are. So
yeah.
And so I think that's it, man. I really do. And next week is, so I know we've got some games coming up in this month alone. With the Minecraft Legends, the Jedi Survivor, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jedi Survivor.
Jedi Survivor.
And there's another one, isn't there? Or should we save this for the end?
No, I can just
do it now. Let's go. Let's rock and roll.
Well, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ghostwire Tokyo. James is excited for that. That's right.
That's on the 12th.
Oh.
Minecraft Legends is on the 18th. Both are Game Pass.
Yes.
Dead Island 2 is on the 21st.
Oh my gosh, that's right. That is right.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor is on the 28th. And then for next month, it will be Redfall on the 2nd, which is Game Pass.
Whoa, hold on. Oh, next month you said.
Yeah, next month.
Okay, I was like, in April? No, I don't have enough time. All right.
And then Diablo 4 is on the 6th of June.
Oh yes. Heads up, I'll be playing Diablo a lot on stream, just as a heads up. And so
I've pre-ordered it, so
yeah.
I'm excited for it.
So Lee and James, we have to get Dead Island in. We have to play that lots. We have to beat it. Redfall, we have to get that done and beat it by the time Diablo comes out. So.
But the thing is like it's kind of difficult. 'Cause, like, Dead Island 2 comes out like less than 2 weeks before Redfall.
Right.
And so it's like we're gonna have to smash that out before we get Redfall in.
Right. So Redfall, I don't think it's going to be a game that we're going to be like, let's do this every single day. I'm pretty sure Dead Island 2 is going to be that game where we play every day and then fit in Redfall when we can. I think that's the way it's going to be.
And it's not going to be as much of a an urgency for Redfall, considering that it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like we're not having to pay for that as such.
Yeah, which is fantastic. So I'm so excited. I wish we were all millionaires retired. Like win the lotto. That's what I wish for all of us, and the group of us could just hang out every day playing video games. That's what I wish, honestly. If I won the lotto, I'd still live stream and hang out with you guys. I would do it just because it's friggin' awesome. I go visit you, of course, whatever. But All right. Lee, we're going to talk Super Mario movie. We're going to talk D&D movie. But Lee, you've got some gaming stuff to chat first, right?
Yeah. Halo veteran Joseph Staten has announced that he's leaving Xbox.
Oh.
So he's he seems to be. Is he in charge of Halo Infinite? I'm not 100% sure on that.
I don't.
But,
James would know. I think. I don't know if he's head of it, because didn't we have one of the head girls leave like a few months ago?
Oh, maybe.
And now this guy.
Yeah, IGN, Halo Infinite's head of creative, is leaving Xbox. He said he tweeted out saying that he'll have more info to share soon, but for now he wants to thank his Xbox colleagues for their understanding as he embarks on a new adventure.
Cool. All right, so let me throw this out there to the only few millions that are watching. He was high up in the 343 Industries. I don't know why you're not joining us, James. Just as a heads up. So let me throw this out there to the millions that are watching. Would Halo Infinite be considered a failure? I played it, and I love the fact that I got to play with you guys. That is what I'll play anything. But I didn't. And I don't like Halo anyways. That's it. James just said yes, it failed. Okay. And
it looks really cool, though.
Yeah, I take James' word for it, because he is a huge fan of the Halo series. Now, they did change kind of developers or groups, so you know what James is like. If you change an actual main group and then try to do another one, James gets a little upset on that. Hashtag Star Wars. Mark, good to see you, buddy. Only about 5 million watching. That's okay. It's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter Sunday, Mark. Only 5 million. I'll take that. And so yeah, Halo Infinite. They need to rebound. Honestly, they need to rebound. And I think the whole point of Halo Infinite was to do, make this game, and then build on this game and keep building on it, almost like a games of service or something like that. I think. Big Casino, good to see you, buddy. Infinite was meant to be this ever-evolving open world with new content added every month and amazing multiplayer and co-op. Okay, that's exactly what I was saying, but James brought it out in major detail. Okay.
And with that, it's like when it was me, you, and James playing it, I was not following the story at all.
Same here.
I was just there to have a good time.
I can't tell you what the story was about.
I remember one of my finest moments was that you and James were like killed, and it was one of the bosses, and I took him by myself.
Oh, look at Lee bragging himself up, huh?
Running away.
No, hey, that's okay. You got the job done. We needed it, or else we'd have to respawn and do it all over again. I'm watching the Gamer Podcast somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean with thousands watching on board with me. Yeah, excellent. Mark is now on. Oh, Mark is on. Oh my gosh, Mark, that's right. I wish you a happy cruise. Hold on, let's take a second. Ultimate Hater 87 is on a cruise ship right now. On a cruise ship. And he is watching the podcast, which, Mark, what are you doing? Stop it. Enjoy the sun, my man. And where are you headed, Mark? I didn't read. Are you headed down the Caribbean or something like that? All right, what else?
Xbox's Quantum Break is temporarily leaving the Game Pass due to licensing issues.
Oh.
So amongst other games that will be leaving the Game Pass this month, such as it is the Life is Strange New Colors.
Yep.
And the Rainbow Six Extraction, which you hated.
Garbage. I think a lot of people hated that.
Yeah, I knew it was just not going to work from the get-go, but the Quantum Break is actually being taken off temporarily due to licensing issues. Saying that don't worry, Quantum Break will be back coming back to Game Pass.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm not really sure what the licensing was for, but
music. That would be it. So Mark is headed to Puerto Rico, Grand Turk, and Saint Martin, and he is chilling on this podcast. Mark, you don't have to be here, dude. Enjoy the nakedness on your cruise ship. Enjoy the sun and everything like that, and your friends. I appreciate you being here, though, amongst the millions. Yeah. So did you play that Quantum Break game?
No, I didn't.
Graphically, it's beautiful. Gameplay, well, I think the gameplay was good. I played it for a couple days, and I'm just like, it's not something I could get into. And it's not a knock to the game, because the game is I think the game is awesome. It just didn't hold my attention or keep me going.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know who Jim Ryan is?
Oh my gosh, lion crying Jim Ryan, the CEO of Sony.
Him.
Of course,
Yeah.
I know who that clown is.
Well, Jim Ryan fears serious damage if Xbox degrades Call of Duty for PlayStation.
So here, and I'm just going to go off on a tangent, Lee. I don't know if this my tangents allow you to gather more stories. I don't know. So here's the thing that's happening, and the Xbox acquisition deal is going through easily. To think, or even like I almost think that could be suable, maybe, of like a slander or lies of sorts towards Xbox. If this guy honestly thinks Xbox is going to make a inferior or crappier version to make it bad purposely on PlayStation, so people will leave PlayStation to come to Xbox, is embarrassing. It's absolute lies. There's no way they would do that. There's no way even if, let's say they did it, the amount of people that play on PlayStation would be like, what are you doing? You can't do this. Like, it's broken here, but it works perfect on Xbox. They'd be called out. And I'm guaranteed they would be sued. And the gamers and other companies or whoever that's involved in this would win that. They would have undeniable proof. Easily. Yeah. Now, here's the problem, is Sony is now getting so desperate and dirty over Call of Duty. It's Call of Duty. You're Sony. Make your own Call of Duty game and have a freaking awesome time. Make it 10 times better and give the fans what they want. It's easy. But for some odd reason, Call of Duty is the flagship game of Sony. Mm. Now, you're like, no way, Paul, The Last of Us or God of War. According to Lion Crying Jim Ryan, there is no other PlayStation game out there that could even compete or contend with a third-party game called Call of Duty. I would be embarrassed if Phil Spencer was going on saying, oh my gosh, we need Call of Duty or else Xbox is just going to fail. That's not what they're doing. They purchased it. I assumed when this was announced, I assumed they were going to make it just Xbox alone. That was my assumption. I'm on record of saying, but they're like, no, we want Call of Duty to be on as many. And then because they're going to make the $69 billion back. So here's a 10-year deal. Nintendo signed that 10-year deal. It's like, yes, please. We are desperate for something, even though we know it's going to be crap on a Nintendo Switch or whatever system they bring out next. It's mind-blowing. It's embarrassing for a CEO. Now, other people are saying like they understand what Jim Ryan is doing, trying to go all crazy and desperate because like it's what he's supposed to do to defend his. But he has gone to depths of despair. The depths of despair to I don't know. It's just so wild. Mr. Bixino says, bring back Medal of Honor. I loved Medal of Honor until Call of Duty came out. And then once Call of Duty came out and you were playing with when the AI was your teammates and they were all going with you, Medal of Honor is more of a one-man army. That one man is taking on the entire Nazi party. And so once Call of Duty came out, Medal of Honor's, the concept of Medal of Honor kind of just died out. It was like, no, we want our bros with us. We want action-packed, and that's kind of what happened. I was a huge Medal of Honor fan until COD dropped, the very first one on PC. So yeah, that is that. I can't stand Jim Ryan. I think he's ruining his career. I think by the end of the year or the fiscal calendar for Sony, which is probably next March. I think that a lot of calendars for fiscal years for companies go March to March. I think he's going to be done. And,
well, this is what it was quoted when him saying about the whole situation was any degradation in the price, performance, or quality of play on PlayStation, or any delays on release would quickly harm SIE's reputation and cause a loss of engagement and for play and of players. As he explained that to the CMA hearing at the remedies hearing, he said that the degraded version of Call of Duty, it would cause serious damage to our reputation. Our gamers would desert our platform in droves, and network effects would exacerbate the problem. Our business would never recover. So that's.
So, all of you Sony fanboys that love Sony, your God of War, your Last of Us, your Ghosts of Tsushima, all of your exclusives, your Ratchet and Clank, according to your CEO, are nothing compared to Call of Duty. That's what that says. I'm telling you.
Our business would never recover.
Right. Instead of coming right out and praising Game Pass, this is the route he's going. Bottom line, this is what it is. Xbox, we're going to get free Call of Duty because we pay for Game Pass. We're going to have free Diablos. Now, the Diablo's coming out before the official acquisition, but you wait 2, 3, 4 months after, Diablo 4 is going to be on Game Pass when this deal goes through. So that's what's going to happen. Jim Ryan is looking at all this garbage and he's saying Game Pass, if Xbox gets Activision Blizzard, which they will, all of these amazing games are going to be free on Game Pass. There will be no better deal in gaming in the entire world because all of these exclusives are going to be free on Game Pass and everybody's going to have to pay for it. Look at MLB The Show. That is a Sony exclusive. MLB's like, we want it everywhere because we want to grow the baseball brand. We want as many people to enjoy baseball. And Xbox was like, all right, we'll put it free on Game Pass. And so everybody has to buy it on PlayStation. And all of us Xboxers are like, yeah, I'll play it. It's cool. It's a great baseball game. Thank you, Sony, for creating an amazing baseball game that I get to play for free. So that
instead of what he could do, which is spending his time to build up PlayStation to the level of Xbox with the Game Pass, he's now wasting his time trying to drag down Xbox to the PlayStation level.
Yeah, it's almost embarrassing. Oh no, it is embarrassing. I'm sorry. Like, if you look at all the stuff that's come out in the last year that PlayStation has done behind the scenes regarding how they treat third-party developers, how they treat indie developers, the money you have to spend even just to promote it on the market, there is so much anger that is starting to brew up that Xbox is just basically sitting there doing their thing. Phil Spencer's like, hey, I'm a gamer. I want to be your best friend and just give you the best gaming experience everywhere. And it's happening. It is truly happening. They're playing the slow game right now. And Xbox One, I liked my Xbox One, but it wasn't so great. Even though I enjoyed all the games, that's what I played. And here we are, Xbox Series X. And this generation, big things are happening. So next gen system and games is going to be pretty crazy. And I think you're going to see either things even out between Xbox and PlayStation, or you're going to see Xbox move ahead because of Game Pass. That's it. PlayStation has outsold every Xbox system, and Xbox seems to be the only one investing money trying to be the best. Yeah, it's true. It's happening. And so things are wild and things are really crazy right now. It's sad to see Jim Ryan doing what he's doing instead of embracing gamers and embracing possibly Xbox. Because if you look at it, everything PlayStation's doing, Phil Spencer tweets about it. Oh, I loved Last of Us. Great job. Or I love God of War. This is an amazing game. Great job. Congratulations, Sony, on your brand new system. Or congrats on the VR, blah, blah, blah. This is awesome. And you see nothing from really Jim Ryan or anything like that. I don't know, man. I've been talking the sweetness of Xbox for years now. I really have. And it's just because I identify more with that brand. I have my PlayStation 5 sitting here that I haven't turned on forever. But my Xbox, both of them are played pretty much every day. So anyways, this is just me. I'm ranting now about the goodness of Xbox. And I'm just so sick and tired of the way Jim Ryan's treating the Sony brand, the Sony devs. And I could, honestly, when exclusive deals run out, or licenses or agreements, we'll say, there's a good chance some of these people would be like, I'm leaving. I'm not going to do that. There's nothing I currently want to play on PlayStation. Have no desire to get one at all. Yeah, the only one, Ghost of Tsushima, is the best game that I've played in many years, and it's on PlayStation. If that came to Xbox, I wouldn't even want my PS5. That's it, because that game is so good. All right, let's continue, because I get riled up over this.
There's just a couple of more things, and then we'll get into the film talk. Hogwarts Legacy is I just like found this out that like yesterday that if you got Xbox One, is still waiting for it to be released.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Yeah, but it's like it's been so long now.
True.
Like most people have completed the game, and it's like, and people waiting on Xbox One are waiting for it to come out, and it's not even going to be as good quality.
Happy Easter, Don, to you too. Yeah, it's not going to be the top-notch quality we got. Now, the thing is it's honestly time to move on from the last gen system. So if new games are coming out and they're like, we're not doing last gen, that's okay. Most of us have moved on to the newer gen systems, the Series X, Series S, or the PS5. They are readily available. We're 2 years into this cycle, right? We're over 2 years now of the next gen system.
I believe so, yeah.
It's time to upgrade. That's it. Yeah.
But yeah.
We're over 2 years. It sucks for those that just want to hold on, that don't want to spend the crazy amount of money for a new system. I get that, but that's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is. I need to show you. Okay, hold on. Can I take a few seconds?
Yeah, right.
I want to send the video I created on TikTok yesterday to the chat just so they can see what Donnie helped me do. Well, no. That's the arcade, right? So for those of you that have TikTok, copy link. Well, I think everybody can view it. Go to there. This is what my buddy Donnie helped me set up. And I'm so thankful. And he helped me. He actually showed my boy some stuff. We had some people over last night, and it was just wonderful. And I do have more pictures and all that stuff up, but anyways, that's that. The man cave downstairs, aka Pharaoh's Arcade, is starting to come together really nicely. Okay, what else we got?
I'll just run through the BAFTA Game Awards for 2023.
So what is BAFTA again?
It's I'm not really sure what the acronym is for.
British Academy Film Awards? Ew, we don't want to hear anything about British, even though the majority in here is all from the UK. I love you guys.
Yeah, British Academy of Film and Television Arts.
Okay, is this movies or games?
This is the Games Awards. So,
all right, let's do this.
So for Best Animation, God of War Ragnarok.
Yep.
evolving game, Final Fantasy Online.
Okay.
Original property is Elden Ring.
Yeah. Okay. I still want to play that, but I just can't. Go ahead.
Audio achievement, God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
Game design, Vampire Survivors.
Okay. I think that was on Game Pass. I'm so excited this finally come together.
I don't even know
Yeah,
what it
Donnie.
is, really.
Thank you, dude. Yep.
British game is Roller Dome.
Roller Dome. Okay.
Yeah. Artistic achievement, Tunic.
Oh, Tunic is a cool game, dude. It's an old school Legend of Zelda almost. Like when I say old school, I'm going like NES 86 and it's a little more advanced. It's not as good, of course. It's a cool game. Tunic is a cool game. You too, Donnie. Take care, my man.
Multiplayer, Elden Ring.
Whoa, multiplayer?
Yeah.
Huh.
Because Elden Ring has got like a multiplayer mode.
I didn't know that. Roll the cat. Stop that.
But what's also what was also nominated for that was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yep.
and Splatoon 3. So imagine if that got it.
There you go, guys. The British love Splatoon. The British,
Even
the British.
Even though the connectivity doesn't work at all.
Stinking Nintendo. All right, what else?
Narrative, immortality.
Immortality.
Yeah.
I can picture that game right now. I'm pretty sure Immortality was on Game Pass.
Right. And then performer in a supporting role was Leia Delon, who played a character in God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
Music, God of War Ragnarok.
Yep.
Game of the year, but it was like publicly voted, was God of War Ragnarok.
Okay.
Technical achievement, Horizon Forbidden West. Family game. So yeah.
No, I was just going to complain about Horizon Forbidden West, so go ahead.
Oh, what?
No, it's not a game for me. The concept is weird. Graphically, it's beautiful. How are you technically so advanced, the world has ended, but you're still using bow and arrow? It's just stupid. But
it's a silly concept.
I watched Mooney play it. She did awesome. Mooney's awesome anyways. And then shoot the gas tank is all I heard from one dude. Even though she already was, but he kept saying it. And I was just like, this game is dumb. James, I don't know if James he enjoyed it, but I think it's because the GF was enjoying it as well. So James was just being that supporting boyfriend.
He was obligated.
He was obligated to enjoy it with her. All right. And yeah, there's just some things like that I just not fan of. So it sounds like Jim Ryan paid off the British with all those awards. Ultimate hater, thank you. Because this is exactly where I was going. The only holdout for the acquisition just seems to be the whole British gaming department area, whatever. Like I forget, but the UK is the reason why this hasn't gone through. Because you all love your Sony. Amy, so good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, keep going.
Family game was Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Okay.
Debut game was Tunic.
Okay.
Game beyond entertainment. So you think about it after you've been playing it essentially. Is Endling Extinction is Forever. So I don't really know that game. I think he plays a fox by the looks of it.
Okay.
Performer in a leading role was Christopher Judge as Kratos.
Right. And that guy can give speeches, not good speeches, just long speeches.
Sure. I mean, I heard his speech, and it was long,
I
but I
skipped it.
quite liked it as well.
Did you? I think I was a minute and 15 in. I was like, there's no end in sight. And so we skipped and skipped and skipped.
And then best game. So not game of the year, because the game of the year was publicly voted, but this is best game. Vampire Survivors, which was a surprise.
As a best game?
Yeah.
Good to see Epic Zombie Killer. Hold on.
So that took a lot of people by surprise, that one.
Vampire Survivors.
I don't know how, but
Are you serious? This was released? Okay, there's no way.
that's what it was.
Oh, hold on. This is an indie game. People are loving this game. Right. I heard IGN talk about it on their podcast.
Right.
If you look at it, you're like, this game is going to be insanely stupid.
Yes, that's what it looks like.
Apparently people just love this indie game.
I don't know anything about it, really.
I haven't, I don't know anything about it either. But it's almost like a Smash TV sort of game where you're being surrounded by enemies and your abilities just wipes out large amounts of guys. But it looks hard, but it looks awesome as well. Okay, wow. I don't know if that's on Game Pass or not.
I'm not sure.
So that's is there any more awards?
No, that's the awards.
Wow. Okay. I just got to say, we filled in almost an hour with, even though we had nothing planned. I had nothing. Lee's driving a show. You're doing an amazing job, Lee. I appreciate it, dude.
Cheers.
All right. So let's talk the D&D movie first. Are we ready to jump into the movie magic?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. And so, are we doing spoiler free? Are we doing spoilers?
It's up to you. I've seen them both. So spoilers don't affect me. It's a matter of whether you wanna keep it from everyone else.
All right, so the millions watching, if you guys could just put in whether you want spoiler or spoiler free talk with the Mario movie and the D&D movie, because we're gonna chat. We'll start off spoiler free anyways, and we'll ask Lee what he thinks. So I'm on a 4 weeks. I don't mind. James says okay. I'm on a straight 5-day stretch or 4-week stretch of going to the movies every weekend because this year's going to be so bloody expensive. I won't have any money to do anything because it's movies and video games that are just coming out that we just love chatting about, and it's just been lots of fun. So I saw the Mario movie, didn't see the D&D movie, and so all right, let's do D&D. Let's start off with that. I gave a little bit of thoughts last week. Break it down for me. Like, what was your thoughts on the D&D movie? Because you're not a big D&D guy, right? Like, you want to get into it, but
yes, I feel like I know enough of the like it's just that the lore for D&D is so deep and vast that it's like it's a whole other thing in itself. It's like saying, oh, I've just seen a couple of Marvel films or I've just seen a couple of Star Wars films. It's all the information for each one is like so vast, so deep that like I just know. I've played it like a couple of times. I didn't really understand it when I was doing it myself. But and I think when setting up my characters, it was a very sort of basic version of it. So I know there's a lot to it. I just can't say that I wouldn't call myself an expert or anything.
Okay. So how about this? Before we say anything spoiler, then we'll say I'm gonna spoil something, and then we'll just wait like 5 seconds, and then go into the whole spoil, because the Mario movie I have to talk about in detail because there's so much. The D&D I only want to spoil one thing. That's it.
Right.
Everything else, if you can talk about the stuff that excited you, Lee, but there's one thing that I didn't say last week that I want to talk about. So, all right. You went to watch it. What day did you go see it?
I saw D&D on Friday.
Okay.
So
break it down. Break it down.
So like break down the story. It's
No, you don't even got to do that. Tell me,
okay.
just break it down as in your perspective, what you liked, everything, your experience about D&D.
Okay. Going, I like after seeing a couple of trailers, I thought this is going to be very, in a sense, slapstick, and it's not really going to be taking itself like properly seriously, in the sense of that, that I thought that whoever was going to make it was only going to know like surface knowledge that they have simply Googled, like, as in like less knowledge than even I knew.
Right.
So that it would sort of like wonder on why it was made at all, kind of thing. Um, After saw it, credit like granted, it was deeper than I thought it would get.
Yep.
It's not quite as deep as I wanted it to be, but unless there's a lot of stuff that I essentially missed, that because again it's so vast, there will be details that I've obviously missed.
Okay.
I thought it was fine. I thought the humor and the comedy. I thought it wasn't overly abundant. I thought it wove naturally into the story. Um, Chris Pine, I think, is great. I can't really say that I've seen a film that I've disliked him in. Um, Michelle Rodriguez. I haven't seen the Fast and Furious films, so
Oh,
I
no,
can't say that I
that's
know
okay.
her.
That's okay.
But after seeing that, I thought she could have made like a pretty good Valkyrie in like the Marvel films. She could have done better than Tessa Thompson. Um, but I enjoyed her in this. I thought it was good. Yeah. And just how the story was done was pretty good as well. I wanted more, but what we got, I thought was good enough.
All right. James to put wasn't too jarring. So, let's tell me something that, like, did you have any criticisms? Did you have things you didn't like? Oh, just give
I'd
Mumsy
possibly
a
say
thumbs
that,
up. Did you give? Oh, somebody's there. I love it. Who is it? Is it Mumsy?
not a problem.
Who is it? Is it Mumsy? Yes or no?
Yes,
Tell her
yes.
hi. Tell her Paul said hi.
Um,
I love it.
is there anything I disliked? Not like I couldn't say really anything in particular, other than like I'd wanted them to just go further in depth
All right.
with
Yeah.
certain knowledge. Like throughout the film, I was trying to work out, because a big part of like Dungeons and Dragons, is it like a D20, like a die with 20 sides. And I was just wondering, like throughout the film, certain actions that they took, like I was thinking, oh, they probably rolled like a D13 or something, and like
All right. No, I see what you're saying. All right. Anything else?
no, it's pretty good. I enjoyed it for the most part.
Okay. So, and let's get into mine. A girlfriend? What? So for me, and I still think you should tell Mumsy I said hi. For me, I loved the movie, but it was almost too comical. We'll say they added too much. Maybe okay. There's a level of comedy, and they approached it like their foot was on the line with doing like almost too much. But it was so good. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic, and so I would honestly go back and watch D&D again. I cannot wait for that movie to come out. I think everybody did awesome. Everybody was really good. Apparently, that girl is. Did you say her name is Michelle Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fast and Furious is a dumb series. Probably the dumbest series I think ever created. Probably the worst series ever created. Probably the most dumbest, annoying, stupid, foolish, garbage, toiletries, flush it down the. I can't stand that series, but I've seen every friggin' movie. and I have to even go to the theater with my boys to see this new stupid one. Isaiah loves it. I cannot stand it. I went to see the one with.
I think the only one that I saw was Hobbs and Shaw.
Right. I was just bringing that one up. So I went to see the one that had The Rock and Jason Statham in it, and then The Rock pulling down a helicopter with his arm. I thought
that was hilarious.
That scene happened. A bunch of people in the theater. I laughed out loud. Like I was like, ha ha! Like that's how loud I just bursted it right out. And
as you eating your popcorn with your spoon.
As I was eating popcorn with a spoon, yeah, I do it. I love it. It's delicious. And so now they have the wooden sporks. I'm set. JM, Shadowbringer. So I cannot stand that series. I hate it. It's probably the most foolish thing of all time. And I don't know how there's 10 of them plus side movies. Anyways, people do not like this Michelle Rodriguez interacting. I guess I don't care enough, but I thought she did great in this. I thought her character was cool. I
think maybe people don't like her because she's associated with Fast and Furious.
Maybe.
And it's like I probably wouldn't put her down for that. Like,
no.
She's still good in her own right.
So yeah, so Jonathan's just mentioned something from Star Wars Weekend that happened. There is 3 movies coming out, but it wouldn't be classified as a trilogy or any of that stuff. So exciting announcements. I'm just saying. Anyways, back on to D&D. There was something. Now, Lee, you probably didn't even notice. Back in 1983, I would have been 8 or turning 8. Probably turning 8 because I was born the end of the year. I don't like Fast and Furious movies at all. Yeah, same here. There was a cartoon called Dungeons and Dragons, which I loved. Lee, I want you to Google that image right now.
Okay.
This is a spoiler alert. Just letting everybody know. So this is a D&D spoiler alert. This is no big deal. This is just for nerds like me. Fat nerds like me.
What year was it?
1983. Just do D&D cartoon.
Okay. Okay.
Do you see anything familiar?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Not really, no.
Okay, good. I'm glad I called you on that. They were in the friggin' movie. At the end, they were captured in a cage and then they were let out of the cage. The cartoons from 1983 was in this new D&D movie, and I fanboyed like crazy because I loved this cartoon as a kid. And I was bumping stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, that's from the cartoon. So they showed them like 5 times. They showed a quick clip while they were in the cage. At the end, I was like, what? And then, oh my gosh. I thought that was the coolest call out throwback almost in any movie that I've ever seen. I'm just saying that they were real life characters. If you're not familiar with the D&D cartoon, I think you can watch them all on YouTube. It's in 1983, September 17th. So I would have been turning 8 years old. I'm that old. And so these normal kids get on just kind of like a roller coaster ride, and all of a sudden they're transformed and pushed into the D&D world. And one is like a wizard, the other one would be kind of like the barbarian, and all of this stuff. And I was just like, oh, this is so friggin' cool. I loved it. I was excited, and that made the movie for me. Even though the movie was good, it was fun. The battle at the end and the wizard, kind of like a minute to 2 minute wizard face off. The wizard doing boom, throw ice, boom, throw fire, do electricity. I thought that is slow mo. My mind was blown. So even though
I quite liked the arm wrestle, the wizard arm wrestle.
Yeah, and so that's what I want. I want a movie or TV show of just wizards battling it out, and I understand that it's expensive for special effects, but how cool was that scene in slow-mo? And it was amazing. That was cool. Even though like the first half of the movie, I was just like, all right, guys, you're just doing a little too much comedy. I was being a little critical. I don't know. I don't know if I was being an idiot but I was enjoying the movie. Don't get me wrong, but I was being just a little critical with the like too much comedy, but it was really good. The ending was predictable. We won't give the ending away. I'm just telling you, they tell you how it's going to end at the beginning of the movie, or not. Half an hour in, 20 minutes in, they give the entire plot away at the end. And as soon as it was mentioned, I was like, all right, well, we've seen this a million times in TV shows and movies, so nothing new there, but whatever. We knew it was going to happen. And so there was nothing that was too surprising with anything that happened in the movie towards the end was nothing surprising. They gave it all away. And I would kind of almost wish they wouldn't do that.
What I will say is that I think a film that probably does Dungeons and Dragons better is Fellowship of the Ring. Not the other Lord of the Rings films, just Fellowship, because that's very much everyone gets together for like the dungeon master sets them off on their quest.
Yeah,
and they're all of different, and it's a bigger group as well. Like you clearly have the wizard, the dwarf,
right?
That kind of thing.
So Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring especially, is a masterpiece. Hands down. Even if you're not a fantasy fan, you are so emotionally tied to these characters right away. And it's just incredible. Like, I want to get on a Lord of the Rings tangent right now because I love those movies. And I knew nothing about the book. I didn't even know it was a book at all. I knew nothing, Lee. So, and here's my memory. And so Jason and I, my older brother, we loved all of this stuff. So all of you young kids who are enjoying these movies of superheroes and movies of fantasy, you're enjoying these now. All we had was our imagination, books, and cartoons. That's all we had when we were young. And so when this D&D cartoon came out in '83, like we would go outside because that's what we did as young people. We would go outside back in the day, and I would pretend I'm a wizard shooting fireballs out of my hands because it was just cool. It was just cool to do that. You play guns and all this stuff. Now you all get to see it. So when these Marvel movies started coming out, it was just like, oh my gosh, all I seen was cartoons. This is incredible. This is the greatest thing. And I think that's why the Marvel movies took off like they did, because all the fat nerds like me, all we had was up here, comic books or whatever. So I knew nothing about the Lord of the Rings. And Jason was like, hey, watch this. And so I'm sitting in his apartment, and he puts on the where they're in the crypt, where Mines of Moria. They go to the Mines of Moria, right. And it's like a graveyard. And as soon as Took, is that his name? Peddington Took, he knocks over the skeleton into the well and stirs up all of the monsters. Fool of a Took, that's it. Stirs up all of the monsters, and then a giant whatever comes in, and they have this massive battle.
Balrog, yeah.
No, even before Balrog. Balrog. All of that one battle inside that little grave or that crypt or whatever that turned into that blew my mind. I don't know if my mind has ever been so blown like that in any sort of movie. And that just tied my entire childhood to my adulthood life into one magical experience on a movie. I knew nothing about the movies, and when it came to the movies, I was part of a cult then, and we couldn't go to the movies, so I didn't even know. And then when Jason showed me that, I was just like, this is the greatest thing ever. And I was so consumed with the Fellowship of the Ring and the series and all of that stuff. So that's my story of Lord of the Rings, my experience of Lord of the Rings. Didn't know it was a book. Even the games that came out for the SNES, whatever, I just didn't care. I didn't know. And so that was awesome. Excellent. And I appreciate you holding back your yawn too, Lee, because you yawned as I was telling my story. And I do appreciate you holding that back. Everyone else is like, oh, Paul, we heard this before. You're boring. The end of the movie was amazing. I'd never seen it. I knew nothing about it. I really didn't. That's that. And I could talk about that experience and the Lord of the Rings all day. I could talk Star Wars all day. But like the Lord of the Rings, there was something beyond magical about that just blew my mind. So anyways, yeah. So when they tied in the D&D characters into the movie, I was just like, this is great. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I know they did that on purpose for all of us older dudes anyways. And case in point, you as a young person, 22 years old, this came out like 20 years before you were even born, so you had no clue. You just saw these wizardly or these characters that are in part of some sort of whatever. We won't spoil it. And it's just, but when I saw them, if you're an old person like me and you haven't seen D&D, go watch it just so you can experience just a 30 seconds of these cartoon characters coming to life in this game. It was so awesome. Anything else on D&D?
No, that's I think we covered that pretty well.
Okay, let's finish up with the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I am on a tangent today. I am so sorry. I always run my mouth anyways, but I am on a hardcore tangent today, and as I'm talking, all I'm thinking about is fixing up downstairs to the arcade. Curvy, I got to send you a video too. Or actually, hold on. Curvy, Big Casino, if you guys haven't seen this video, it's a TikTok video. Go watch it. This is my basement currently right now. All right. So, Super Mario Bros. Movie, just as a heads up, we're going to start off spoiler-free. I want Lee's thoughts on it. And then I'll give my thoughts. And then I think we need to go into a little bit of spoilers, guys. And if that means everybody's got to drop, I fully understand, because I want you to go to the movie and see it. Yeah, Singapore looks amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. Lee, go ahead. Excuse me.
So going into this, I can't really say what I was quite expecting. I think it was a lot. Maybe it's the case of like that I was going into it feeling that there was going to be no real heart to it. And I think that's purely on the basis that they got Chris Pratt to do an American accent for his own accent for Mario. That's the main thing I had to go off. But in terms of the film, credit where it's due, I actually really enjoyed it. But I still can't quite get past the Chris Pratt. I can't get past it.
They perfectly did it though.
I can't get past what's worse is that they put 2 teasers at the beginning of the film where it's like they had the advert, like the Super Mario Bros. Advert that they did, and they ended up doing, like Chris Pratt was doing an Italian accent for that.
It wasn't Chris Pratt though.
For that it was.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, go ahead.
And then straight after the adverts, they were like the Mario and Luigi were talking to each other saying, like, is the is the Italian accent, is that too much? And then the actual voice actor for Mario showed up saying, no, I don't think it's too much. It's like they had him right there. Why couldn't they just made him the voice actor?
Right. We're past that though.
It's my biggest gripe of the film.
No.
I couldn't get past it.
I'm telling you, Chris Pratt was amazing. How they did it was perfect. They did an Italian American in a commercial at the beginning. Full on, hey, Italian, come over here with your plumber. They did all that, and then they bring in. No, and he says, was it too much?
They should have just kept it the whole way.
No, because not everybody speaks with an accent. Like they grew up in New York. That's it. They are a New York family that's been there forever. They're not from Italy or anything. So that was the idea behind it. Like, hey, we could do this, but hey, we transition to he's not full blown from Italy. He's not sporting that.
But in all of the games, he's Italian.
It's not a game. It's a movie.
But
he's still Italian in the movie.
Source material.
No, he's still an Italian in the movie. He just doesn't have that thick accent.
It's like saying Frodo's going to be an elf. Like they just by changing it up.
But check this out. Let's destroy that right now. In all of the games, he's in the Mushroom Kingdom. In the movie, he is not. He's in New York. He's a New York plumber.
Yeah, which is kind of another gripe of it.
No, Super Mario Odyssey made that possible because there's a New York board, and even the mayor.
Yeah, but that's not where he's from, though. and you can tell that in animation style, he looks completely different to the other humans.
Where's Mario from? Mario, not Mario. Sound like an old person. Where's Mario from?
We're from like the Mushroom King.
No, he's from New York right now. Nobody knows Mario's origin.
Yeah, we don't need to know it.
So then you can accept that he's from New York.
No, but it's like we don't need to know that. We don't need that kind of backstory.
It's not a backstory. This is just the story.
It was a backstory.
No. This was the setup for the film. That's it.
Right. Besides the... we'll move on from that. What I will say is that for the most part, everyone else's voice acting, especially Jack Black's, was phenomenal.
Peaches.
Yes. I thought that was really good. And then the animation was spectacular. It was so good.
Yeah.
I really liked that throughout the film they put in the little leitmotifs of the different themes. So it's like, you're at Peach's castle. Da 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 da.
Oh man.
That kind of you're sort of more underground. Da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. And then that kind of thing. I thought that was done spectacularly. How they incorporated different features, such as the Mario Kart, I think was done really well. I think that they actually made the villain seem like foreboding, like the part where Luigi is in like the dark forest. I thought how they made that creepy. I thought that was really good.
Okay, I'm glad you brought that up, Lee, because I said to Steph, I was like, this is kind of terrifying. I wasn't scared myself, but there was a lot of little children all around me. I'm talking 3 and 4 years old. I was like, this is terrifying.
I thought this was really good though.
Yeah.
I liked that it wasn't like 2.5 hours. It was less than 2 hours to film.
90 minutes, exactly.
Not every film needs to be 2.5, 3 hours long. It did really well with that. I just thought overall it was really good. I credit where it's due. There's just a couple of things that I've mentioned I just couldn't get behind. But in the grand scheme of it, it was sort of minor. I think another thing that I wasn't the greatest lover of was the licensed music. I just don't understand why they did that. It was a bit of an odd choice for them to put it in. I like all the songs that they put in. Yeah. I just think it was an odd choice for them to have done that at all, because the music that Mario already has is really good already. Right. So it just seems a bit strange that they put in like Mr. Blue Sky and Thunderstruck, and it seems just a bit odd for them to have done that.
So let me give you a different perspective, just on the music part alone. With the licensed music, the Illumination, Nintendo, and directors, whatever, were so in tune with today that they knew exactly what they were doing. Isaac, who's 13 now, just turned 13 in February, came out of the theater saying he loved that they added like the extra music, like the licensed music, the popular music. He knows all of those songs. And it's,
I know. So
no, right, but you're also in your 20s. I'm talking about these old songs from the 80s are coming back so strong that little kids are so familiar with this stuff now that they're like, it ties them into the movie as well, from kind of like the real world, I guess. You're right. All the extras, all that stuff, that was perfect. It was subtle. Yeah. It was on point. This movie's a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to go see it again. Chris Pratt was amazing as Mario. Like the way they did it, and they purposely did it, they set up a commercial Okay, hold on. Before I do that, let me just say the very beginning intro screen where it has the red screen, Nintendo and 8-bit Mario and Luigi bumping up, I teared up a little, just saying. And the other thing is the movie starting out, and I saw Shigeru Miyamoto's name in bright white letters, and I bumped stuff. I was like, oh, Shigeru Miyamoto's name is up there. And it's rightfully so, right? It's Shigeru Miyamoto. He's got to be up there. But the fact that I seen that in the movie, I fanboyed over that. I thought that was amazing. And that's just, the movie's just starting. We're talking 10 seconds in. So that was awesome. But the way they did it, Lee, and you do have to embrace the love, as James is saying, embrace the love that they started out with the hardcore Italian, and then they just transitioned to kind of like an American, just an American voice, which is, or North American voice, I should say. Well, no American, because there's no Canadian in that Chris Pratt's voice whatsoever. I thought it was tastefully done. I really did. And Charles Martinet, he did his thing, right? And he accepted that. And yes, he should have done the entire movie, but it would not have been the same. It really wouldn't.
No, it would have been better.
No, it's 10 out of 10. You can't get better. You can't get better. Peach was awesome. Toad almost stole the show. I'm just saying, he was so flipping good. Toad,
I thought he would have been annoying, but he wasn't.
He really wasn't. He was great. There were some scenes with him, and there were some talks. It was so good. Toad was great. Bowser, it's Jack Black. Jack Black's amazing. Yeah. Every scene with Bowser was great.
In the like when you heard like the cast list before like even the first trailer was there, it was like I kind of thought, could Jack Black pull off that? But he did it.
He can. Kung Fu Panda Man is one of the best animated cartoons of all time because Jack Black makes it amazing.
Yeah, but that's more of like it's Jack Black being
Stop it, James.
himself, as opposed to whereas like Bowser's very much like deeper voice, and it's like
he did it.
I did wonder whether he could pull that off, and he did.
All right,
that's awesome.
Seth Rogen as DK was perfect. Perfect. Do you know who Seth Rogen is?
Yeah. I know.
He was perfect. He even used his actual laugh twice, and it fit. It fit DK for some odd reason. It did. I was so blown away with that, and I keep saying that word. I need to delete that, James. I need to delete that. Let's do it.
You get so distracted by them.
I do too.
By both of them.
I need to block. Isn't Jack Black in Mandalorian? Okay, we won't talk about Lizzo and Jack Black right now. Oh my gosh.
I thought it was, but you
know. Yeah. So I'm getting distracted right now. Where was I?
By Jack Black.
No, the other bouncy deliciousness.
The twins.
The twins. Yeah. So Seth Rogen did amazing. Toad almost stole the show with his lines. I thought he was perfect. Peach was so good. Like, just, there was so much. So I would have liked the movie to be about 15 minutes longer, only because, like, it really cruised through the story. They set everything up perfectly. It was wonderful. It was nice. But man, oh man, did they ever cruise through that story. And, but I thought it was awesome. Luigi's was great. I just, also, there's also a mid-credit scene. There's a there's an after-credit scene. I loved it, Lee. I thought it was so good. I thought it was extremely well done. My theater, all Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and most likely today, was jam-packed. My only complaint, and somebody wants to clip this and send it to Cineplex, my only complaint, Cineplex, is I went Friday and all of the merch was sold out. The movie started Friday, but you could see the previewage on Wednesday and Thursday. Everything was sold out. I couldn't get anything Mario related. Cineplex, do better, please, for old guys like me. I want the merch. They advertised merch on their Instagram, on Twitter, whatever, and there was nothing. Everything was sold out. They even had the giant. So Smash JT, my buddy Jeff, he posted a picture on Instagram, Facebook. of the giant box of popcorn that you can get, but it's like a metal tin of the star, the Power Star. I wanted that. I wanted that, but I couldn't get it. There was no cups. There was no toys. There was no stuffies. They had the giant Luigi and Mario stuffies. I would have got it. There was nothing. I was like, hey, do you guys got any merch? She's like, oh, we have nothing. Everything's sold out. I was like, it's Friday. What are you doing? At 3:30 p.m. is Friday. You should have tons of stuff. Nope. Had nothing. Oh, I was so disappointed. And that was one of the big things for going to. I was like, I want glasses. I want cups. I just want something. I want something from this movie. And I didn't get anything. So next week, apparently a shipment of stuff is supposed to come in the middle of this week coming. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what's going on. But I want to see the numbers so bad. I'm saying it's going to be probably the movie that makes the most money out of all. I'm pretty sure Avatar is going to be surpassed. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. I called it a couple weeks ago. Avatar will be surpassed. This so they said the opening weekend they're expecting. First it was like 129 million. Now yesterday I heard they bumped it up to like 191 million for opening weekend, which would be the greatest opening weekend of any animated show of all time. So yeah, Avatar is stupid. The first, anyways, Avatar. So
in terms of that, I think it will do really well. It will definitely be in like the top 10 of all the of all films.
Yep.
I think it will probably be the top animated film, but it won't be the top film.
No. You think Avatar's going to hold on to that, eh?
Yeah.
I don't.
Because James Cameron will probably see it getting close and think, oh, I've got to re-release Avatar.
Right. He will do that because he's a putz.
Yeah. I mean, like I was so mad when Endgame was top and James Cameron released Avatar again and thought, nah, you're not having that.
Yep.
Endgame should be top.
Yeah, it's foolish. So that's that. Now I saw a Facebook post yesterday or 2 days ago. They're going to do a second part. Right now, nothing's been announced or anything like that. But they could do so much more now. They're talking. I saw it's just images, it's people sharing pictures. Oh, look what could happen! Like Legend of Zelda, Kirby. They're even talking about Super Smash Bros. This isn't official. This isn't even people talking about. What it is just us on the internet are sharing memes and stuff like that. So there's nothing that's been announced. They will do a part 2 to the Mario Bros. Movie. Yeah. There's so many ways it could go, but this movie is almost a correlation with Super Mario Odyssey. So you're talking Wedding Bowser, Wedding Peach, New York, all of that stuff is Super Mario Odyssey. Which I was cool with. I would have loved some Easter egg scenes where they turned into 8-bit during the movie. I think that would have been cool. I would almost like to see the penguin being thrown off the side of the mountain, but I know they couldn't do that. But that's an N64 call out. But Lee, I love this movie, man. 10 out of 10.
Or if they did they just decided to play a game of golf or something.
The sports and stuff like that. My only complaint was Illumination, Nintendo, their advertisement of the trailers. They released too many trailers.
Yeah.
And so much of the movie was given away. So there was really, I don't know, was there anything surprising that wasn't in the trailers?
No, because I was just sort of thinking like, well, they'll put in everything that's iconic.
And they did.
Yeah. And it's like, so they're doing Mario Kart. There's going to be Rainbow Road.
Right. I wish I didn't know any of that. Oh, because that was extremely well done. It was still great to see.
Yes. I think how they incorporated that kind of stuff was really good.
Yep.
The action was really good. The animation was phenomenal.
Oh, I want to see it again. So I can't wait to see it again. I'm excited. I want to go see it again.
So credit to you. I think, I did actually enjoy this.
Yeah. So no spoilers were actually given with our chat about the new Super Mario Bros. Movie. Or I call it the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Go see it. I almost command you to go see it because it's worth it. it needs your support. It doesn't need your support. You should just support it anyways if you're a gamer or have any tie-ins from 1980s Mario. Okay. They're in New York. Did you see the arcade machine they were playing?
No.
Okay.
I did. Wait, I did, but I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
I thought they just made something different for the game.
Okay. Huge call out to OG Mario is what it was. That's all I'll say. OG Mario, and I want to give it away though. I want give it away. No, I want to give it away. I can't do it because it's for older guys like me. I think that's what it was. It was for. Yeah, if you know your Mario history, you're gonna pick up on it instantly. That's it. How about that? Let's circle back on this next week. Big Casino said my boys are going next week. All right, so we'll circle back next week. But
sorry, just one more thing. Has it always been the case that Mario hasn't liked mushrooms?
No, that's just something I think that's what they. Yeah, if you know, you know exactly. I think that's the case of a plot and story. And it was funny. And you know what's weird is he said he didn't like mushrooms. And I didn't even, I was like, all right, cool. And I moved on with it, not really thinking the mushroom is so iconic. And I didn't even put that together. So that was cool. Mario movie, 10 out of 10 for me. Loved it so much. Everybody is saying how much they love it. And then the critics, like, a bunch of critics are giving it like a 60 or a 50%. Like these guys are on crack. What agenda are they trying to push? When
they are treating it a bit harshly.
Yeah, there's no complaints. There really isn't. No legit complaints, Lee. Just saying, this movie's perfect. So, all right, are we done with the new Mario Bros. Movie? We'll just talk. Yeah. We'll wrap some things up here. And I guess it's just movie related. That Chris didn't grow up with Mario. Obviously, I don't think so. I think that's the case that they didn't grow up with the. Same with the D&D. Like I don't know what the critics are giving D&D and stuff. Like I said, we already covered Dungeons and Dragons movie, but yeah, just having the cartoon characters at the end was mind blowing. I loved it. But I think that must be the case. Is these people have no clue about Super Mario or any idea of even the history, or they played maybe one game for 5 seconds. They're not a gamer. Critics have to have some sort of association with the movie or especially these big tie-ins that have such a massive background behind it, or a foundation, we'll say. If you know nothing about the foundation of that, don't critique the movie. That's it. And it's just because there's just too many half-wits out there that I'm a movie critic. I can critique movies, and they honestly have no clue really what they're talking about, because there's a lot of subtle stuff. There's a lot of background stuff. There's a lot of history stuff you should know going into this. So, yeah. All right. So, Star Wars, I think it's Star Wars-a-thon or something. I forget the name of it. You're seeing what's going on. Yeah, we'll be going to see that big casino.
Star Wars Celebration.
Star Wars Celebration's been going on all week. They've been announcing movies, TV shows. I'm excited for Ahsoka. One, it's Rosario Dawson. You know what I mean? Rosario Dawson is, if you've not seen the image on the internet, not of Ahsoka, but Rosario Dawson. Hit me up later for exactly what I'm talking about if you want. I'm just saying. Hey. But anyways, Ahsoka is going to be great. All the movies, even the Rey tie-in movie or the after movie, I don't know. I'll see it. I'll go. I'm a Star Wars nerd. Of course I'm going to go see it.
I'm going to struggle with that.
The greatest Jedi of all time. I don't know. We'll see, man. So there's going to be a Rey movie. We'll see. We'll see, guys. I'm excited. I want more Star Wars. I want as much Star Wars as possible. It's happening. We're going to see tons of Star Wars stuff, and that's just the way it is. This universe is huge. It's vast. If you look at their timeline of what they're doing like, oh my gosh, I got to find the image, but they're doing like the High Republic, but they're also doing before the High Republic. And so we're going to see tons of Sith and Jedi. That's what I want. I want that. I want stories to be told. Like, if look at Rogue One. That was a story a backstory of something that happened very quick in the movie, and it was so good.
Were the things like all of Rogue One can be summed up in the first paragraph of the title crawl in A New Hope,
Yeah,
where it's like the band of rebels stole the Death Star plans.
yeah.
It was the first. It was the first victory against the Empire, that kind of thing. And
But the
it's like,
story was so good though. Like just seeing it play out on film, it was awesome. New characters introduced, everything. Rogue One was awesome, and I want to see that.
You're not gonna. Yeah, don't push your luck there.
What, for Rey? or like I want to see these old school stories, the Old Republic. If you look at the Old Republic video game, if you even watch their cinematics, there's some of the greatest stories being told in the Star Wars universe. The twins. The twins that are growing up. One is kind of good and the other one's bad. One slays the other. Powerful story. I want to see it.
The cinematics for that.
So good. So good. But so, yeah, we're getting tons of stuff. Do you think Star Wars has just lost its way since Disney? No, I don't.
No.
I don't. Not at all. They've told some great stories. They've told some poopy stories. That's just the way. That's every kind of movie, I guess, every franchise. That's because I don't think so, James. And Disney's been crapped on way too much about Star Wars, and like I know you're also a massive crapper on Disney regarding Star Wars, but these are stories that have to be told. George Lucas was not going to do it. He was not going to do it. He wouldn't even license it out to people to tell Star Wars stories. And with all honesty, watching the OG trilogy and waiting 20 years to see the prequels or whatever, there should have been stories being told, movies and TV shows being told in those 20 years.
I mean, there were comics, but it's like a matter of whether that's enough. Like
that's a niche market.
Yeah.
That's it. Now you ask a person who reads graphic novels and comic books, that's not a niche market. I read these. Well, yeah, you're also a person who reads those. You're part of a niche market. He did the animated droid show. Yeah, during and right after the movies. And then we had crickets for 20 years. So, and when the Phantom Menace came out, you saw how huge the build up for that. We lost our minds. We really did. And yeah. And then they brought the Phantom Menace out on 3D years later. I went to the theater to see that. That was great. But this is what we want. The Star Wars universe just needs to be told. I want to get lost in Star Wars. I want to get lost in fantasy. I want to like this is how I chill out. I don't do drinking. I don't go to the bars. I don't go do crazy stuff. I want to sit back, play a video game, get lost in an awesome movie, and what I've been doing for years now. Especially the weekends, the last 4 weekends, I've been getting lost in amazing movies. I could just ramble on all day, guys, and I'm kind of doing. If you love something, then you have to let it go. Okay. So, yeah, George Lucas let it go. He loved it, let it go. Disney made some bangers, and they made some dumb movies. Like, if you look at the trilogy, the post-trilogy, or whatever you're going to call it, there was good moments possibly in each one. Even like The Last Jedi, there was some good stuff. The possibility of Rey switching to the dark side, that storyline was there. Really cool. That would have been cool.
Yeah, and then they didn't follow through with that in the Rise of Skywalker.
Right. I hate it when you do that. Oh yeah, no, don't hate it, James. It's all good, dude. Give me the lightsaber and free my soul. Yeah, Lightsy knows what time it is. This is what I'm saying.
I stop getting annoyed by it. Like,
yeah, this is over it. This is what I'm saying. George Lucas did have to let it go. That was his baby. I get it, and he had to release it into the world. Disney took it on, has made gazillions of dollars with it, and they will continue to make gazillions of dollars. You look at the Marvel franchise, what they've done. They've done amazing things with the Marvel movies, but now that we're in the multiverse and they've kind of killed off the storylines of Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk, and all these guys, they're almost like, well, shoot, what are we going to do now? We can't just bring these guys back. And now that they have the stupid multiverse, they can, and they will, but they're going to give it a rest for a little while and focus their time on Star Wars. There's a huge market for Star Wars, man. They don't.
For those who haven't said hi, welcome to the gaming podcast.
Yeah, exactly. I could talk movies all day. They don't know when to stop. Who? No need to stop. They don't need to stop. They don't need to stop at all.
They probably need to slow it down a bit, but
I think they
They
are.
don't need to stop.
I
hope
think they
so.
are. Yeah. So what do we got? We've the Bad Batch just finished, I think.
And the Mandalorian's still going.
Yeah, that's it. I know
And
we've got
then-
Ahsoka coming up.
Ahsoka will come out in, what was it, August, or was it?
I'm not sure. So they're not pumping the crap out like this. So that's
No.
going to be two shows this year. That's it.
I mean, the last Star Wars film that they did was in 2019.
Cool.
So that's that's fine by me.
It's 4 years now. Let's start something new. So they're going to do Rey, of course, but let's start a new trilogy. Let's start a new storyline. Let's get some new characters that are badass, get some new people. On YouTube, it's level 59. It shouldn't be. No, yeah, it's saying right here, level 62 on, well, that's weird. No, it says level 62. I'm looking at it right now. Right on YouTube Creator Studio, it's saying level 62. That's weird.
To bring it back a little bit, Super Mario movie,
Description.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Thank you,
The
Lacey. Audience score was 96%.
Yep.
The critical score was 56%.
Makes no sense. It is so stupid. Boom. Let's just delete that. Sorry about that. Just updating. Yeah, it's so stupid. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
They're incorrect. It's just, I need to go back and read those. What we need to do, Lee, is we need to take like an hour and go through these and just roast these buffoons of what they're critiquing or praise them if they're right. Just, I haven't read any. I don't pay attention. I really don't pay attention to critics. I think I like what I like. I know what I like. I know what's good and I know what's crappy. And Fast and Furious is crappy. So I just want to establish that. Anyways, okay. Is there anything else you want to chat about?
No, I'm good. I think we covered a lot of stuff today.
It's been a while since we've done an hour and 40-minute podcast, though.
Yeah, and you didn't even prepare anything.
I didn't even.
How did this happen?
I knew this was going to happen, though. Some of the best things I can do. This goes back to like my youth pastor days and stuff like that. If I had to do public speaking or preaching, so I just wouldn't even prepare anything. It would just go off my head, and I could do like a full hour of just rambling, blah blah blah, and I can do it. And it sucks. And that's what I did today. All right. Happy Easter Sunday. I hope you all have a wonderful time with your families. If you celebrate Easter, we don't celebrate Easter anymore, but we're having family dinner because it's Karen's, who's my mother-in-law. It's her 70th birthday. The 1993 Mario movie was crappy. Yes. I'm going to tell you right now, Big Casino, if you hear anything James praising up, he's trolling. Okay? And if you hear anything that James is crapping on, like the Disney movies and stuff, he's trolling. You can never take anything James Mucklin says for face value. Yeah, reverse psychology. There's nothing that he says that you can take at face value. There's some sort of trolly comment in there. So Big Casino, he was just trolling with the Mario movie. That is not a good movie. Never was, never will be. That's it. We did have dinner yesterday, Paul, and we colored eggs, just me and Wheezy. Oh, that's cool. Send me some pics. Kirby. That's really cool. So yeah, so James is in here to basically troll and get reactions out of people, and that's what he does. And that's it. All right, Lee, anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm just reading through some of the critics' reviews.
Give me a good one that you kind of snicker at.
What seems to have forgotten is creating an engaging story. It's bland, uninteresting, and cobbled together.
Okay.
That's just what someone called Claudia said that.
Now, is that a user or is that an actual critic?
It's a critic. It said top critic under their name.
A top critic. Rotten Tomatoes needs to burn in hell, basically. It's so foolish. Just such... Like, even the boys will say, hey, it's getting this on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, don't even pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes. They're all dumb. Trivia time, Lee. Yeah, that's awesome.
Nostalgia might be the only thing that wraps you through this one-dimensional adaptation. Though peppered with candy-coded visuals and chock full of Easter eggs for hardcore Nintendo fans of story or lack thereof, leaves one wanting a power-up.
So what couldn't they follow with the story? It was easy.
Because it wasn't 3 hours long.
But it was easy to follow through. Huh. That's mind-blowing.
Yeah, it's emotionally bland and yet garnish enough of the psychologically sedate, enough to psychologically sedate the preteen Easter audience.
Wow. I am being through hard time, IDK. Why? But just came to told you. All right, Johnny Boyson, sorry you're going through a hard time, dude. As a young man, going through hard times can be easily resolved by... All right, keep going, Lee.
Easily resolved by what?
Dealing with your hard time.
Yeah.
I love the All right, keep going.
Well, it's just the way that you sort of hesitated to say dealing with your hard time.
Right. That's how I dealt with my hard times. Oh, Lee, you're killing me here, buddy.
Assault audiences with lots of action and color, but not much reason to care.
That's so stupid.
Kids may have the time of their lives watching the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, but for most adults, it is game over.
What?
That's what. It's another top critic who said that.
Okay, Rotten Tomatoes is just stupid. But Paul's never had to deal with his hard times alone? Yes, I have. All right. All right, give me one more juicy one and then we'll end. This is just stupid.
Okay. Just trying to short and sweet one I'm looking for. All we need is a legitimate story to flesh out among the colors. Maybe next time.
What's the complaint about the colors? It's animated in the Mushroom Kingdom. It's filled with color.
This isn't a movie. It's a checklist for fan expectations.
All right. Rotten, can you reply to these people? Like, is there an option to reply? Because I would just love to roast these buffoons.
I don't think so.
Yeah, figures.
No, you can't.
Can you go to their profile and see their like handles for Twitter and stuff? Because I would love to send a few tweets to these guys. Yeah, maybe they weren't having a good enough mushroom trip. I think they should have had a good mushroom trip before watching this. Hopefully they'll do more movies like this. Big Casino, they will, dude. The amount of money this is going to make, they're like, oh, we just tapped into a gold mine. And they will be milking the crap out of these. But I want to see a Zelda movie. My only issue is Link don't talk. So what are they going to do with Link? And are they going to make him talk? Now, I know they did in the animated back in the 80s. Excuse me, princess. But we can't do that.
This person gave the Super Mario movie 1.5 out of 4. I don't get how that works. And then for Dungeons and Dragons, 2.5 out of 10.
That's what that person gave?
Yeah.
So the
person,
they have no clue about pop culture. Is what that's telling me.
And then they gave a 3 out of 4 for Cocaine Bear.
That says it all. That says it all. They're just I'm going to get myself in trouble if I just start calling these people specific names I have running through my head. So I will not be doing that. I will offend people.
0.5 for the whale. That's what they said.
That's fine. I don't want to see that, but apparently it's amazing.
Yeah.
I don't need to see Fat Paul on the screen in a movie. I'm just saying. I'd watch a Zelda movie if Link was still a mute. I would be fine if they had Link talk, with all honesty, Lightsy, but I think that if Link did talk, it would stir up the community with pitchforks and knives. So I get it. Yeah, more intentions for action. I agree. You could tell somebody Ragnarok would be interesting. Why not do a God of War movie? Oh, that would be cool. They could do great things. Here's the thing. I think there's, with The Last of Us, the brilliance of Last of Us, the game, adaptation into a TV show, they're starting to hit on these wonderful stories that are being told in video games. They're cluing in that the games that all of us have been playing for years are powerfully told through video games, through a controller for your monitor. And so all of this stuff is Paul's favorite is a fart night movie. At days I make my own fart night movie, but they're starting to clue into that. If we tell these stories right. Now, when I was a kid, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, the terrible movies, all Super Mario Bros. From '93, terrible movies, and they couldn't get it right, but now they're getting it right, and we're going to see some next 10 years. I'm excited to see what's going to come out in 3 years or 4 years. It's going to be awesome. Cool. All right. Is that it, Lee?
Yeah.
Guys, I could keep going. I'm almost 2 hours in. I'm so sorry. Thank you for hanging out and chilling. We haven't done a 2-hour live stream in a very long time. The last few, I think we've gotten it down to like an hour and 10 minutes. I'm like, all right, we're done. Not today. And all I want to go down is keep decorating downstairs. If you not checked the video out of my TikTok, that's my arcade room that I'm working on downstairs. The walls have been painted, the floor has been put in, the arcade cabinets are there. Pictures are starting to be put up. I got a little bit of lighting, not lightening up. It's great. A Splatoon movie would be awesome. So I'll tell you this right now: if the plot for a Splatoon movie would be them actually battling it out at the end. I think that'd be cool.
Doing a turf war.
Doing a turf war. They could do it.
Sniping. Everyone just trashes on the sniper.
They could do that, though. They can turn into a story about having to be drawn into a turf war and do a Splatoon movie. What's next on the list of the arcade?
And I hope they put nothing other than the obnoxious music in the film.
No, they won't do that. Well, they would do a little bit, but not the way it is. So, arcade room.
Then we get Pete to watch it.
No, Pete would never watch that. Arcade room, I got to get my logo design for Pharaoh's Arcade. I got to get neon stuff. I want it because I'm going to put black lights up. I got to go to Spencer's. They're not open today. Spencer's is also called the porn movie. I think a Splatoon movie would actually work. I think so too, Kirby. I know James was making fun, but I think it could work. They definitely could. So I want to get as much. I would like to get like old school video games that are like posters and pictures that are neon, so they shine bright with the black light. That's what I want. I want to get a strobe light. Isaac has a lava lamp, and he's got the electricity ball. So when you put your hand on it, the electricity's touching.
Oh, yeah.
So he has one of those. He may let me do that. I got to get a couple cabinets. But yeah, I want like an Atari logo. I wouldn't mind having a Konami logo, Nintendo logo, all done with neon. So like when the black light shines.
No PlayStation.
I would even take a PlayStation logo design, but yeah, that's it. But the main thing that I want to get is I want to get my Pharaoh's, and I may pay somebody on Fiverr to do it. I want to get the Pharaoh's Arcade logo. I would love to get it done in neon lights. That would be really cool, but I'd even be fine with a neon picture and have that set up. And then even if I could if I get the proper design, I could paint it on the wall with neon lights. I could do that. I do have enough artistry skills that I could do that. But yeah, Diablo movie would be interesting. Big Casino, Diablo movie would 100% work. It would be gruesome, it'd be gory, and it'd be dark and evil. And it would be amazing, and people would pay poop money to do it. It's going to be amazing. Paul, Kirby, it already is, girl. It already is. I love it. Oh, I'm so freaked. Guys, you would not believe the giddiness of this weekend and my excitement. I should be half dead right now, but I am running on so much adrenaline. My 0 sleep that I've gotten for probably 5 days now. The Mario movie and this arcade, my body hurts from bending over and doing flooring because it's actually really easy. I'm just so excited right now. It's unbelievable. I'll probably crash hard tonight and not want to do anything tomorrow, but that's just where I am. I am going crazy. I am running on adrenaline alone. I'm so happy. And and I'll even admit, I even sent Steph a picture, like Isaiah's working on he was painting with me. And I'm like, a father and son moment. We're doing stuff. Because I never had a dad. So father and son moment doing painting. And I'm like, this is so awesome. I never showed Isaiah. And then like we're doing flooring and it's just me and Isaiah doing flooring. I text Steph. I was like, oh my gosh, our family's so friggin' awesome. I'm having a wonderful time, getting all teary-eyed. And she's like, now I'm crying too. It's just wonderful, man. We're just having a great time. So my level of excitement and is just off the charts.
Your level of excitement is at 62.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 4, 1.5 out of 4. That's my level of excitement. I'm just having a great time, guys. And I love the fact that I can hang out with you. And so, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Maybe I die tomorrow, but y'all get this wonderful message from me right now that life is great right now. So, all right, let's dry up this sap fest right now. And Lee, where can they find you on all of your socials?
They can find me, I guess, Discord or Instagram or in the depths of hell.
In the depths of hell.
What I possibly say is I have checked, and the Game Pass game we could do for like next week if we're still gonna do that. Vampire Survivors, that is on there.
Vampire Survivors.
The one that won a bunch of awards.
Oh, right. Is it on Game Pass?
Yes, it is on Game Pass.
Okay, cool.
I just set it to install.
All right, let's do it. Just remind me, because work is going to be stupid busy for the next little bit.
Yeah.
And so we'll figure it out. But then I'm playing pinball effects and all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll figure it out. Okay, cool. And they can find you in Discord. All right, all my stuff is down below, and I think everybody else's stuff's still down there. I don't even know. So, anyways. All right, guys, this has been awesome. Lots of fun. Thank you so much. For the millions watching, thank you guys so much that you just sit intently and you listen to Lee and I go on, and especially me ramble and go off on tangents. It's been fantastic. So enjoy your Sunday. Happy Easter. It is it's 6:01 for you guys. It's supper time.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What?
It's 1 minute past 3. 2 minutes past 3 now.
What is it?
Yeah.
You guys are only 4 hours ahead? Why was I thinking? Why was I saying 6:01? Oh my gosh, I'm such a moron. Yeah, I should have said 4:01. So yeah, you guys, it's 3:01. 4 hours ahead. Okay, cool. All right. Tell Mumsy I said hi. You should have told her when she walked in the room, and you kind of gave her this. You gave her this. I saw that. You should have.
Yeah, it was like the middle finger or something.
No, you would never do that to Mumsy. She'd slap you hard. She would beat you like a redheaded stepchild. All right, Lightsy, thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it, and it was awesome to see you throw in some old school callbacks for the podcast we used to do. We had great times. It was so much fun. So, guys, here we go. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful week. This week will be Borderlands 3. We will continue doing that for story and whatever else we play. I think so. And game of this week for Game Pass is the Vampire Slayer?
Vampire Survivors.
What?
Survivors.
Vampire Survivors. That's it. So Vampire Survivors. So if you want to join us, and we'll talk about it next week. So here we go. So as for Lee, my name is Paul, and you guys take care. Cha-cha-cha. Oh my. Ran my mouth forever today. Holy frig. I can't help it though. Good. I was so excited talking about this stuff. As I always am. Oh, and then Lacey posted a picture on Discord.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, awesome. Good. Screw you, James. He's like, dang, Paul can talk. It's a true story. I really can talk. He's such a meanie. Big friggin' bully. We need to get James on this podcast, though. That's for sure.
Yeah. Would have been great to have him today.
I think so. He's just too lazy, though. Just sitting in bed, doesn't want to hang out with his homies. I was telling Steph, let's check this out. I was telling Steph yesterday, or the day before, that how you and James only live like, what, a couple hours apart?
Yeah.
And you've never seen each other. Like our community, so many is hang out from the UK. You all should have done a meetup, like a Pharaoh TV meetup.
I think. Yeah. Like what? Is it still live or?
Yep.
We off? Okay.
I can end it right now, so you can bash James if you want. All right, let's do it.
No. It's just I was gonna say where I think he mentioned he lived, so I wasn't gonna.
Oh, Peterborough. He's said on many times on stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. So that.
So like there would be you, there would be James, there would be Mrs. Gamer and Ian, there and Amy probably. There would be Jonathan. Who else from the UK? There's several.
Gaz.
Oh, Darren, Gaz. Yeah, there'd be bunches if you could do a Pharaoh TV meetup. I think that'd be awesome. Film it, live stream it, or whatever, and y'all hang out. I would love to. I'd probably cry like a little girl just seeing all my homies just getting together, and I think that'd be awesome.
I mean, it's 170 miles from me to James.
That's okay.
So just under a 3-hour drive.
Sure. You've gone to London to have tea with the king, so y'all could just meet in London or whatever. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to London since the Queen died.
Right.
But,
yeah.
So I haven't had it with the king yet. I have had it with the Queen.
Tea with the king? That sounds even like more badass though. I'm meeting with the king.
The king, we get a day off work for the king's coronation, so.
Which is awesome. I'm sure you guys will be tuned right into his ceremony, coronation.
Oh, you bet.
Awesome. You beautiful people, thank you.